I had to come back with a part 3. Probably gonna be about 5-10 minutes. I ain't gonna be too long. You heard me about the emasculating. You know what I'm saying? Especially being a man full of testosterone and masculinity that is on the level of Mother Nature, Mother Cosmos, and not being calibrated because of this world. Because you want to live in this reality and you know what I'm saying, have the nice things that this realm of reality will grant you. Um, I done had, like I said, bro, I would say it probably was about 75% of the women I had in my life deliberately was sent to emasculate me, even from family members, even sometimes my mama, you know what I'm saying? Like I watched in the back, it was like I watched my life being watched from living my life being me watching it type shit. And I used to always sit back and I used to like, I don't know how to explain this shit. This might sound crazy, but it's like whenever I ain't gonna say always, but majority of the time when I'm in a situation, especially when it's involved with somebody else, it's like I get out my body and I'm watching the whole scenario happen, why it's happening, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. I guess the shapeshifters and the motherfuckers that got two brains and splitting the mind know what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm saying? So like I was saying, bro, I didn't had like 75% of the women in my life. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? I could have been on the wrong vibration. I could have been moving wrong with the whoop. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some women knew the strings and some of them just didn't. But they all returned because they all knew I wasn't the type of motherfucker to be trying to maneuver like that with. You know what I'm saying? I was a motherfucker like, hey, bro, I always let them know. If you try to fuck over me, you only gonna fuck over yourself. So when shit don't go your way, don't cry to nobody, don't do none of that because you try to play on me, and I'm not built like that. But the way my natural defenses is, if you try to play on me, you gonna play yourself because I'm only being genuine, bro. I wasn't wired like motherfuckers is wired, bitch. I was raised by my granny, and I was raised in a household full of abundance and love. My home was a home. My house was a home. And Luther will tell you, every home, every house is not a home. You know what I'm saying? And I made a lot of women feel like they were home. And it was the motherfuckers that wasn't homebodies that was, you know what I'm saying, Lego be street runners and shit trying to deteriorate me because they couldn't finesse me, get over on me. I couldn't be like the motherfuckers they had previously. They finessed and played. I was a motherfucker that was they brick wall. Always busted them bitches' heads wide open. I don't mean physically, but you know, I don't mean put my hands on them, but you know what I mean? Like, they learned their lesson. I learned my lesson too. But living in the United States, bro, because I done been in different countries and shit, bro. I swear to God. And I done talked to other women that came from other countries. And I felt their energy. I felt their vibration. And I feel the way that they move and they look towards men and stuff like that. They way more softer. Out here, you got motherfuckers talking about it can't be two alphas in the household. A female could never be alpha. She may have dominating energy, but she could never. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. They got some woman that dominate shit, right? I can't say she's an alpha. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna say she's an alpha. Like, let me see Nina Ross or some shit like that. I wouldn't say that she's a. I'm gonna put it like this: if that man that got the power come in her life, yeah, she gonna play her position right. But then you gotta remember, it's some men out here, and a woman gotta step up. You feel me? But at the end of the day, bro, I'm not gonna emasculate myself. You know, like I done shacked up with a woman before. And shacking up with a woman, that's asking for emasculating. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you can provide. You can take care of yourself. But at the end of the day, we supposed to take care of each other. We shouldn't have to, you know what I'm saying? Well, one hand, the bones hurting. I can see the bones coming through your phone. I mean, I can see the bones coming through your fingers. You hear me? I can see the bones coming through your hands because you've been working your hands so much. And then the right hand looks so easy and soft. You know what I'm saying? Like mice to men. Your boy had one hand in the glove that was soft as a motherfucker, and the other hand was hard as a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And we supposed to be equally yoked, bro. Woman's supposed to be for man, man's supposed to be for woman. But living in the United Snakes, well, LB boo 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 shit is legit and cool. And that rainbow flag got way more power than the regular American flag. I don't even think the red, white, and blue is the regular American flag anymore. I think the American flag is the LBGTQ flag, honestly. So if you're on funny time and shit, it's cool for you to be in America. You could thrive. You could do all of that. But when you're a real masculine man and you know you don't have to answer to no man outside you but the Most High, they don't like that because they set these rules and these laws to keep themselves above water, even though they ass drowning like a motherfucker. And they don't realize that we really they life vests. And a lot of motherfuckers out there stuck on rocks, on the buoyancy button out there, the little, you know what I'm saying? Floating out there, dying and shit, looking like Rose off of Titanic. Cause bitch, this ain't Jack, bitch. We ain't. This is Titanic too. Jack ain't dying this time, bitch. Rose gonna die. Either she gonna share that motherfucking door, or she gonna slit her ass in that water by herself. You feel me? But yeah, man. Like I said, it was 75%, and I can say 25% of women built me up, man. Gave me my game, gave me my wordplay, taught me how a woman really move. You know what I'm saying? No man, only a man that done went through so much pain, trauma, and drama, and had the experience could fully tell you how women are really like. Besides that, a woman gonna have to tell you that. Or you gonna have to pay attention, or it's gonna cost you. And if it costs you, it's because you ain't paid attention, right? And like I said, bro, we live in a society where they try to emasculate you because they don't want you to feel like a man, move like a man, and have the responsibilities of a man because everybody wants the power. It's all about power. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the world now. Everybody want to be a nigga. Everybody want to be black. You got YCs now. Bitch, Elvis would be looking bad right now. Elvis would be mad. Even Martin Luther King would be mad. Talking about some what? YC? Young cracker. That's how much influence we got, yet alone they try to emasculate us. You understand what I'm saying? Because they want us, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? They want our rhythm and blues. They want our rhythm, but they don't want our blues. You understand what I'm saying? And it ain't happening like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of women going through what they going through. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I done had studs want me to bust them down, break them down because they felt real, true, live masculinity. I was working at a job where one of the dudes I was working with was always trying to get with the stud. And I was like, bro, do you go both ways or some shit? Do you see how she look? She look like a straight dude, bro. You gotta be funny money. You gotta be, you gotta be funny money. And he was, bro. But the whole time he was trying his best to smash this stud that we was working with. And the whole time this stud was laughing at him and shitting on him. And the whole time the stud wanted me because she felt true masculinity, bro. True testosterone. I remember in the 7th grade, bro. It was the most beautiful girl I ever saw in my junior high, bro. Man, I was leaving basketball practice one day, and then she was like, I was watching you at practice and shit. I could help you get better and shit. And I was like, you a whole girl, stop playing with me. But she a stud, she a lesbian. She told me she was a lesbian, right? It's the 7th grade, bro. Cutest girl I ever seen, bro. Green eyes, everything, bro. Plus I'm in a whole nother state, so you hear me? So I'm like, damn, she bad. And she always come watch me after she leave basketball practice because she played for the female team, right? So one day, you know what I'm saying? Because the motherfucker I am, bro, I'm going to be honest. Only a few times I did this in my life, but I don't go after females. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see a mutual connection, I don't mind. But 9 times out of 10, my females come lock it in with me. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. You know, I never was the one to pursue. I always was the one getting pursued. Still to this day. But, man, I'm in the 7th grade, bro. So I've been noticing Shorty checking me out and shit, but man, I got buku Shorties trying to fuck with me, bro. Cause I'm in the 7th grade, you know what I'm saying? Hurricane Katrina just hit, so hey, bitch, I'm fresh out here. They loving me. They ain't never had nothing like this, so I'm killing them. But I ain't choosing nothing because my mama always beating my ass and whooping me, telling me, hey, you don't go to school to make friends. You better make friends with them books. So that's what I did to the best of my ability. Man, look, bro. It was one day I got out of I got out of basketball practice. I was walking past the girls' practice and they were still practicing, right? But as I was walking past, this is how you know Shorty was on me, bro. Shorty straight on the drill, dog. Shorty straight looked at me as I'm walking past and she gave me that look like, wait. You know what I'm saying? She gave me that look like, wait, I know what that shit. Hey, that was real telepathy, you heard me? So boom. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for Shorty at the practice. At the practice, I'm Josing Shorty. We chopping it up. You heard me? I'm like, hey, this Friday, dog, everybody invited me to go to the new skating rink out here. I ain't never been to that bitch. She was like, which one? I said, this one. She was like, oh, yeah, that's the one. That bitch be booming. Hey, they be playing fire music with the woo. So I'm like, boom, all right, I'm going to see you at the skating rink. You heard me? Just come to the skating rink Friday. She was like, what time? I was like, man, just come there. You heard me? You going to see me in that bitch. You heard me? You going to see me getting it in. Because I used to love skating, bitch. On them 4 blades. You heard me? Them motherfuckers that had you. Boy, I used to go home with blisters every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you hear me? Because I love skating, bitch. I love skating. Rollerblades, inline, whatever, bitch. I skate on you. Fuck you talking about? You hear me? Skateboard. But look, you hear me? I'm at the skate rink, bro. Shorty like, man, I'm chopping it up and shit. She was like, man, I really want to get down with you. I like you, but I just want you to know that I'm a lesbian. I was like, what? I don't give a fuck. She was like, I only like girls. I only really like girls, but I don't know. You could be my homeboy and shit. I was like, whatever. I ain't even settling for that. But I was like, that shit broke my heart. You feel me? It was like I was about to ask her to be my old lady. You hear me? But she was like, yeah, I'm a lesbian and shit. But you cool though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if me and you was to really keep going and shit, I'd probably change my ways and shit. But man, I'm in school, bro. When she told me that, I was just like, I can't even fuck with you. Cause it was something inside my body, like back then, something inside my body told me that, hey, bro, if a woman hang with fags, or if a woman is a lesbian, or a dyke or a stud, that automatically means she don't respect men. And I knew that in the 7th grade. I knew that as a child, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I just peeped out game, bro. And I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, Shardy, Shardy gave me the game in the 7th grade. She ain't try to emasculate me, bro. See, the ones that's insecure and the ones that's living off the government, bro, and the ones that want to be lazy and not play their role and want to be evil and vindictive and shit, bro. That's the motherfuckers that be trying to emasculate us out here, dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with that shit, bro. How you sitting here, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna expose you, bro. If me and my female got into it and we no longer fucking with each other and some shit hit the fan, I'm not about to call the police. Now, if I got to, that's a different story. But, bitch, I'm not about to call the police on you and shit. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes, bitch, they put their hands on me and shit. I ain't gonna call the police on you because, shit, if I still call the police, they still gonna shammy me. You feel me? Still gonna try to finito me. At the end of the day, it's like, wherever we should be strong enough to what we don't have to have nobody outside us getting inside our relationship. But you know what I'm saying? What I noticed, especially in America, it's like, hey, this might be everywhere around the world, bro. But what I know is, hey, if you date her, you dating her mother, father, brother, sister, daddy, because she gonna always ask all of them for advice, even when she knows she could come right to you, and she know you got the best advice. You know what I'm saying? That's what I used to tell some of my women, like, why you went around the block and asked 80 motherfuckers, and they all gave you some shit that would never amount to what I'm about to give you, and you dealing with me? Is you sleeping with them? Is you fucking them? Then why you asking them about how to deal with me? Come to me. That's why your calls ain't being played right now. You know what I'm saying? So we also got, you had the mothers try to finesse the men and break them down to a molecule, look at him like he's a fucking ATM, all about the money. You know what I'm saying? They try to emasculate us, bro, and act like we have no value. You look at Father's Day. Father's Day is the shittiest hollow day in this fucking round. Mother's Day, they splurge, splash, but we not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. I'm just shooting the breeze, how, in so many different ways, they try to emasculate us, bro. They try to take away our strength because they can't amount to it. And that's the sad part, And as a man, you find yourself by yourself. You find yourself alone because you're really not lonely. Honestly, sometimes they do get lonely, but you're really not lonely because shit, it's better than not having to deal with none of that bitching or none of that fake shit of trying to break you down or destroy you. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we break as real men, break anything down, it's to remove the parasites, the foreign entities, and build it up better. Because the last man had you on sand and had you on his program. My program gonna have you solid as a rock. But I don't know if you gold or not. You know what I'm saying? You glitter. So majority of the glitter, it got burnt in the furnace before it even went inside it. It got burnt in the front of the furnace. Compared to some of these women out here, the 25%, and I'm pretty sure the percent that poured inside you instead of stowed. You understand what I'm saying? They was the gold. My granny was the gold. My Italian vixen was the gold. Hey, shout out to my baby in Vegas. You hear me? Shout out to my baby in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to my lady out there in North Dakota too. And shout out to my baby in AZ. But shout out to my granny, rest in peace. But those women, bro, and the woman in your life as well. And also, if you a woman that's listening to this video that instilled and brought men up, respect to you. You feel me? Because like I said, it wasn't always nasty, the nitty gritty, dog. But the nitty gritty made me cherish the woman who empowered me. It was a woman that told me about semen retention. I was on it, but it's like when I go skateboard, nigga. I don't know the name of that trick, but I know I finally landed. Somebody else could name that shit. And it was a shorty, my homegirl. Said, yeah, locking on semen retention. Whoop. Saved my motherfucking life. Last night, a DJ saved my life from a broken heart. Hey, shout out to you, baby. If you watching the video, I love you. One for you. You heard me on that forehead, that big ass forehead. You know that baby. But look, you heard me? Yeah, man, I love all my women, man. Hey, them hoes, I'm smussing them bitches I gives no fucks about. Hey, and shout out to my queen that's out there in AZ. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get your name down, Pack. I be going through a lot, you feel me? But you know I know your name. But hey, you know what I'm talking about. We was just in the casino. You was just in the casino trying to get your $20 on the machine. You know what I'm talking about, baby. But yeah, though, shout out to all my women that pull into me and that keep me strong and resilient and tenacious because, hey, sometimes you need that, bro. And you know what? I'm not saying it got to be my woman, but you know what? They all my woman. Either she my mother, my sister, or my daughter. Or she my wife. You feel me? But yeah, my long distance wife in AZ, you hear me? Poured some life into me, dog. Gave me some strength. And I charged up. I read that shit out like, damn, you know what? I'm back on, baby. I ain't gonna lie, I did just want to lay down and just, you hear me? But I read that comment. I was like, damn, it's like, I don't know. It was like a motherfucker called roadside assistance, 411. You heard me? She came, pulled up, and gave me a jump. You feel me? And that's the woman I respect and I love and I honor. You feel me? Because they not trying to emasculate us. They know they need us. And we don't gotta sit there and be their men. We just have to be men. You understand what I'm saying? For example, dog, this was maybe about 4 or 5 months ago. I'm in Norfolk, Virginia Beach and shit. Between the two. It was this lady, her fucking car was stuck in the sand. Literally, the ass of her car hanging out in the air, bro. And the face of the car like 3 feet deep in the sand. I'm like, yeah, she needs a tow truck for that. Cause ain't nobody gonna help her get that bitch out. I don't even think I can do that. I went to the porta potty. Well, matter of fact, I went to go grab the rest of my belongings to go to the porta potty, go take a little, I'm about to go bake some brownies, you heard me? She was like, excuse me, came out of nowhere. Boy, this is when you know God ain't fucking around. But the devil ain't playing with you neither. Lady came out of nowhere with her daughter. Excuse me, I don't have much money on me, but can you help me? Is you think it's possible you can at least help me get my car to sand, or at least, you know what I'm saying, do something? I might have to get some money to get a tow truck, but I don't have it. But can you help me? Her daughter. Now I was in my head like I think the Matrix set this up just so they could steal my strength and my energy and my focus and attention. Cause you know how the Matrix does. Always trying to throw something in your way to distract you. But anyway, I was like, you know what? I knew she knew better not to drive that motherfucking car in the sand. But I was gonna help her. I was like, let me go to the porta potty and I'm gonna be back. But I was like, hell nah, bitch. Once I get done baking these brownies, I don't want to get personal and intimate or talk to nobody. If you know what I mean when I'm talking about to go bake some brownies, you feel me? Number two. So boom, I was like, fuck it, let me go ahead and help her with the call. And by me trying to help her with the call, it's probably gonna make it easier for this number two to slide out even easier. That's how my brain work. I know I'm a goofy motherfucker, but I ain't no goofy. You feel me? But anyway, I'm still in that era you could smile and laugh and have fun and dance and nobody think you're a weirdo. And if they do, something is weird with them. Express yourself. So I'm like, fuck it. I told her daughter, I was like, get on the left side, I'm gonna get on the right side. Ma, you put this bitch in reverse, and then once we start to rock this bitch back, I want you to smash on the gas. And then I was like, wait, nah. First couple pushes, I was watching how her daughter was helping me. I was like, nah, baby, I feel like you might get hurt or get hit, or you might not have the reflexes to get out the way if some crazy shit happens. So I was like, nah, watch out. I'm gonna do it by myself. I'm pushing this motherfucking car back and forth out the sand by myself. This fucking car is 3 feet in the sand, my nigga. Literally, I pushed that bitch out. She was like, you know what the first thing she said? You gotta be a man of God. You gotta be a God. You gotta be a man of God. I know God lives within you. I know God was you. I know God is with you. And then she went on a bad tip. Got lustful. The devil came out of her. She was like, you got old lady or something. You seeing somebody out here? And then the daughter was looking at me too, like, shit, ma, let me have him. He close to me than he is to you. You bugging, ma. Dust the car, wherever, bitch. You hear me? Your time out, man. This could be your grandchild, bitch. That's how the daughter looking at me, you feel me? I'm like, to be honest, I'm in a relationship. But I'm in a relationship with God, you feel me? She was like, oh, damn. She like, I can't have your number. You can't take my number? The daughter was like, Mom, come on, Mom. That man just help us get our car out the sand. I'm like, she like, Mom, come on. I was like, nah, Mom, I'm good, Mom. You just take care. You don't owe me nothing, you feel me? Just talk to God. That's all I want you to do for me. That's all you owe me. Just talk to God. Bro, ain't no way I could have pushed that car out though. God empowered me. And at the same time, the lady, she did the opposite of emasculate me. You know what I'm saying? She pulled out the faith within me, the strength within me, instead of trying to submerge it or take it for herself. You understand what I'm saying? Man, come on, man. I felt like Spider-Man, man. I felt like the Hulk or some shit, bro. If you would have seen how this car was in the sand, bro, I'm you know that's some God shit, bro. If it was the devil, it would have took about 4 big ass fat plumbers and shit to push that bitch out together. On my own. On my own. Once again. So you know what I'm saying? You see the opposite of what happened when women don't emasculate you, bro. You got your strength. You could do what's exacted. You ain't no expectations from no one but have standards. But what's expected for a man to literally do was done. And I done it with one man and one body, with God within me. Because she didn't emasculate me, she didn't look down on me, she didn't shit on me, she didn't try to make me feel small to make herself feel bigger. That's the woman we need, the woman that pour inside us. And until you find one of them motherfuckers, you gotta remain on semen retention, because everything else, I know you saw a scary movie, man. You're going to have to keep that chastity belt on, man. For real, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? If these women, the job, the faces, places, the situations not trying to respect your masculinity, then you gotta move around, bro. Stay out the way, because shit is trying to emasculate us out here, and it ain't happening, Captain. Cause we live in a soft ass world. You know what I'm saying? Like I told a motherfucker the other day how he was down bad, how he tried to charge me at the Goodwill, and I told him about himself. He called the police on me. It's like, damn, you can't even tell a motherfucker about themselves. I don't want to fight you, bro. I mean, I could, you could, but I ain't gonna get paid, cause I'm gonna bust your ass. But I'm like, bro, why you know what I'm saying? Why you emasculated, bro? You feminized. Because see, real men recognize real men and they respect real men. And I notice that and I see that all the time. Now, when it's a grown ass boy in a big ass man body, he gonna act the way just like a female gonna act, like a little bitch. And I expect that and I respect that. Cause I don't expect nothing from nobody. I'm you law. Nobody's bitch. Your minds. But yeah, man, I ain't want to make this bitch too long, bro. I think I made it an hour video. I didn't talk to my people. Like I said, bro, I'm in a better location. It ain't no fucking 20 degrees out here. And I'm feeling better. And there's new faces, places, and situations, bro. Because I was in Flagstaff, Arizona. I had to get the fuck out of there. And before then I was in Sedona. So we didn't skip our AZ period. But yeah, man, I'ma holler at y'all, man. Let me go ahead and charge the phone up a little bit. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about eating for the night. I might not even eat anything. Pretty much gonna probably fast. I mean, I had banana chips and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna even much be doing all that chatty patty shit right now, bro, because I don't even got that much memory, and I'm trying to get my phones to charge. So while they charging, I'm gonna upload this one too. This should be part 3, man. Y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. I want to say thank you to everybody that been vibing with me, that been supporting the channel financially, mentally, spiritually, energetically, emotionally, intentionally, primordially, celestially. Nigga, A, B, C, D. All of the above. Let's get in the game. You know what I'm saying? It's the motherfuckers that can never get in the game, that don't want you in the game. It's the motherfuckers that don't have the game, don't want you with the game. It's the motherfuckers that's in the game that can't maintain the game. And because you got the game, they don't want to see you with the EA Sports. We in the game. You know what I'm saying? Man, this should keep popping up on my phone. $800 for my plasma. Bitch, that's another form of emasculating me. The other day, it was $100 for a couple sperm cell donations. That's emasculating me. I'm not good. I'm good on that, bro. Underpaid, undervalued, and underrespected. You trying to emasculate me, and I'm gonna move around, and I'm gonna stay where I'm respected, valued, and appreciate love. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm finding my place in the world, bro. But I ain't want to hold y'all. I ain't want to be no chatty patty. I just want to chop it up and real speak on some real nut shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Emasculation, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit here and say this motherfucking place ain't try to emasculate us, dog. For real, bro. In so many ways, bro. The food, the commercials, the advertisement, bro. Come on, man. There's so many ways. I could really dig down and dig deep into this shit, but I think we got it. Get it? Good. Let's go. Vamosa. So I got semen retention, emasculation, part 2 uploading. We ain't got that long. And then I'm gonna have part 3. I gave y'all chosen ones, the giving tree. I gave y'all the push-ups. We back on day 34. And I got more shit coming. Soon as I go ahead and get back to eating right and working back right on my regular regimen and shit like that. Yeah. But I ain't want to hold y'all, man. I'ma holla at y'all. Mahalo. Peace and prosperity. Oasis. Yeah, I love y'all though. You heard me? Yes, sir.